Justice's 5th evening of civil discourse. We began this journey almost 3 years ago in response to some very hateful conversations taking place in our own city council chambers about health care benefits for city employees who were in domestic partner relationships and happened to be members of our gay and lesbian community. At the time, there was no organization that could stand up, defend the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, and more importantly, there was nobody who was willing to provide a forum to talk about it. From the ashes of those arguments, Join Us for Justice became a reality, and in the fall of 2013, we joined the National Organization of Americans United for Separation of Church and State, giving us local access to an incredible amount of knowledge, legal expertise, and support. Tonight, I'd like to thank our fantastic board members who worked to plan this evening, including and especially Dr. Karina Ramirez from the El Paso Community College. Karina, where are you? Here. There she is in the back of the room. Thank you, Karina. Some of our board have been working the tables outside, but if you're in here, would you all please stand, those that are members of the board? Thank you. Everybody that's on the board has a little, an announcement saying that they're members of Join Us for Justice, that they're wearing lanyards. Thank you, I couldn't remember that. So if you are looking for them and have any questions for them, feel free to approach any of them and ask. They'll be happy to answer them. I also want to thank the El Paso Community College for hosting us here tonight. Join Us for Justice is a nonprofit, non-denominational organization that works to ensure that the wall that separates religion and government remains intact and strong. Fortunately, we live in a diverse community. We each have a unique set of beliefs. Tonight, we are here to show that while we might disagree, we can still respect each other. We aren't here to win or lose. We don't expect any of our panelists tonight to change their minds or yours. We're here to open the doors to better communications in the hopes that we can better understand the reasons for our passions. And in so doing, perhaps you'll leave the room tonight willing to allow for the existence of opinions or behaviors that you don't necessarily agree with. For those of you who wish to help us continue these kind of events, wish to become a member of our organization, or even consider joining our local board to help create a more civil community, we do welcome you. Just approach any of the members wearing those lanyards and ask them. They'll be happy to help you. Becoming a member, donating money, joining our board, or serving on any of our committees, there's room for everybody. And if you believe in what we do, consider contributing in honor of a friend or family member. Your tribute will be recognized on our website, and a personal note will be sent to the person you're honoring, and your family member or friend will receive a 1-year membership to Americans United. The moderator and our panelists have these outstanding mugs that you see. These have flowers in them. Each of you that are panelists tonight, you can take these home with the flowers. If anybody in the audience would like to buy mugs, if you haven't already, we have some for sale in the back of the room. Just see the people sitting at the back. They're on sale for $10 each, and they're wrapped and they're ready to give as a gift. Thank you for coming tonight. I'd like to introduce my friend Bob Moore, the editor of the El Paso Times, who's going to moderate tonight's discussion. Bob has been editor of the El Paso Times and vice president of news for the Texas-New Mexico newspaper partnership since October 2011. He previously served as executive editor of the Fort Collins Coloradoan from 2005 to 2011, and in various editing roles at the El Paso Times before that, from 1986 to 2005. Since returning to El Paso, he's directed the Times' award-winning coverage of public corruption in El Paso, particularly in the El Paso Independent School District. He's a board member of United Way, El Paso Center Against Family Violence, the Texas Associated Press Managing Editors, and is the former president of the Colorado Press Association, Texas Associated Press Managing Editors, and the El Paso Child Crisis Center. His wife, Kate, is a journalist and a digital media consultant. And with that, I'm going to turn this over to Bob. So thank you for coming tonight, and I hope everybody enjoys this.
Thank you, David. And I'd like to start by inviting you all to join me in a round of applause for Gerald Marcus, who put together that video presentation we saw. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to a robust conversation tonight. I've been moderating a number of city council and school board debates over the last couple of months, and this ain't going to be that. This isn't going to be a formal debate where we're going to have timed answers. I really want to encourage a great conversation, and I really want to let all of you be part of that if you wish. So I'll start with a few questions tonight to kind of get the conversation going, but we definitely want to have the audience participate by sharing their comments. We're fortunate tonight to have a very distinguished and diverse panel to discuss these important issues that revolve around religious freedom. I'll introduce them one by one and invite them to come up and take their place on the stage. Because he traveled the farthest, I'm going to first introduce the Reverend Dr. Sidney G. Hall. Since 1988, the Reverend Dr. Sidney G. Hall III has served as the senior minister of Trinity United Methodist Church, which is located in Austin's historic Hyde Park neighborhood near the University of Texas. In 1992, Trinity voted to be a reconciling congregation, welcoming of the LGBTQ community. Trinity is also a church that practices nature-based spirituality, the idea that all of creation is infused with an innate sacredness. The church's interfaith chapel regularly hosts groups consistent with Trinity's values from other living spiritual traditions beyond the scope of Christianity. Reverend Hall, would you please come on up? Next, I'd like to introduce my friend and neighbor, Ann Brannon-Horak. Dr. Ann Brannon-Horak earned her BA in English Literature from the University of Texas at Austin and her MA and PhD in English Literature from Rutgers University in New Brunswick, New Jersey. She has taught at the University of Texas at El Paso since 1999 and lectures for religious studies, English, and women's studies. Dr. Horak became director of the Religious Studies program at UTEP in 2010. She teaches classes on major world religions, gender and religion, religion and sacred space, and religion and contemporary issues. Dr. Horak, you want to come on up? Next, it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Yahya Ibrahim. Mr. Ibrahim was born in Egypt and earned a Bachelor of Arts in Information Science from Cairo University with postgraduate study in Information Systems at Sadat Academy for Management Sciences. Mr. Ibrahim moved to El Paso in order to pursue his master's degree in Information Technology from UTEP. He is a database administrator at UTEP, where he is also the advisor for the United Muslim Organization on campus. Mr. Ibrahim is a member of the Islamic Center of El Paso. Please join us. Our next guest is the Reverend Enrique Lopez Escaleta. Father Enrique is pastor at St. John Paul II Parish in Santa Teresa, which is in the Las Cruces Diocese. He graduated from Gadsden High School and entered seminary formation with the Diocese of Las Cruces in 1985 at the House of Formation in Las Cruces while attending New Mexico State University. In 1987, he transferred to IHM Seminary in Santa Fe, where he graduated from the College of Santa Fe with a bachelor's degree in religious studies. He attended the Pontifical Gregorian University, where he earned a master's degree in theology and a licentiate in spiritual theology. He also attended the Pontifical University of St. Thomas, where he earned a licentiate in canon law. Father Enrique was ordained to the priesthood on July 31st, 1993. He has served in several parishes, Holy Cross, Santa Rosa de Lima, Our Lady of Mercy, Holy Family, and St. Anne. Father Enrique, please join us on the stage. Our next panelist is Alex Bonet. Alex is the founder and owner of Certified Translation Services US, also known as El Paso Language Services, which has been serving the Borderplex area since June 2005. CTSU is a full-service translation and interpreting service which specializes in legal, immigration, medical, and scientific translation, supporting a wide variety of world languages. Mr. Bonet himself is a native fluent in English and Spanish and proficient in French and Russian. Mr. Bonet considered himself an irreligious theist for most of his life until the 2012 election, when he became severely disillusioned by the Christian right and what he saw as their attacks against reproductive rights, marriage equality, the separation of church and state, the teaching of science and evolution, recognition of global warming, pay equity, etc. About this time, Mr. Bonet discovered the Freedom from Religion Foundation and subsequently discovered the Voice of Reason. He came to realize he could no longer sustain a belief in a supernatural being and has been committed to spreading positive atheism since. Mr. Bonet, would you join us? And our final panelist this evening is Leon Blevins. Mr. Blevins has been a professor of government at El Paso Community College since 1972. He has a BA degree from Wayland Baptist University and an MA degree from the University of Texas at El Paso. Mr. Blevins has taught at UTEP, Texas Tech University, West Texas State University, and the U.S. Army Sergeant's Major Academy. He is the author of a textbook on Texas government, a political dictionary, and numerous study guides and instructor's manuals. You probably best know him as Uncle Sam from virtually any patriotic holiday. He's always on call to perform that duty whenever the 4th of July or Flag Day rolls around. And I believe Mr. Blevins identifies as an evangelical. It's not meant to say he's supposed to be speaking on behalf of all evangelicals today any more than any of the other panelists up here are speaking on behalf of anybody other than themselves. But Mr. Blevins, it's a pleasure to have you here. Would you join us up on...